All right, y'all, it's the Dana Cortez Show, and I have some very important guests here today. And let me tell you something right away. When Jen approached me with this, I knew the answer was yes, but I let her talk for 4 minutes to explain to me what this was about. But I'd already read a little bit about it. So to have you gentlemen in here today is very important to me because I care about my community.
Thank you.
And I'm sure you care about your community. So you want to introduce yourselves. I know you're street. You want to introduce yourselves to everybody listening before we go into what Stand Up SA is all about.
Oh, my name is Hubert Brown, but everybody knows me as Streets.
My name is Hubbert. Everybody knows me as Teaspoon.
Teaspoon. I like that. How did you guys get involved with Stand Up SA? Let's explain what it is first.
Well, first of all, we're a violent prevention program. We were under a motto called Kill Violence from another violent prevention program. And we kind of like took their motto and we stopped shootings and killings in our neighborhood. That's what we do.
Just straight up?
Straight up.
Okay.
So whenever you hear of a shooting or a killing or something like that on TV, we there, but we're probably in the background. We just don't be on the camera.
Trying to put a stop to the violence that's happening in your community.
Yes.
How did you even get involved in this?
I actually was doing other things before this and stand-up. Some people that work with stand-up knew the work that I was doing in the streets,
right,
and they brought this to my attention, and I've been working here ever since.
And Teaspoon, how'd you get involved?
Well, I started working with myself when I got out of the TDC, trying to right my wrongs, and I had some friends that worked with the city already and told me about the organizations starting.
So you thought, oh, okay, so wait a minute, you just said something, right your wrongs. What were some of the wrongs? What were you doing before you got involved in this, and what changed your mind to move forward with helping the community? How did you turn things around?
Growing up as a youth, I didn't have any love. I didn't have a dad at home, so we turned to the gangs, for love, and it ended up a dead end road, and when I got out of TDC, I told myself that it got to be a change, and I'm gonna start working with the youth so they won't go follow the footsteps I took.
You said if you get another chance, you're gonna do something different with your life.
Yes, ma'am.
And Street, what about you?
Well, I'm basically the same thing. I had a little checkered past. I've been to the feds.
Everybody's got a checkered past.
Yeah, everybody. And so, in the industry, doing things like in the music and stuff like that, I decided to change my life. I just seen the light one day, and I wanted to help people instead of hurt people, and I wanted to help my community more than hurt my community. As far as my fans, they look up to me for doing some negative, but I was like, okay, what if I take this power and do something good with it? So that's how I ended up.
What was the moment that you made that decision? Do you remember? Was it someone? Was it something?
Man, it was probably something like
it just hit you, like you're just like, what am I doing? I mean,
it was actually, I was doing a show at Broadway Bar, and we had it was an outside show, outside venue, and kids was in there singing my song, and I was standing on stage and I was looking at them, and what they were saying was what I was saying. So
this is powerful. You realize all the power you held.
And so that's what made me change my life.
Teaspoon, what about you? When was a moment that you realized, man, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to do something different with my life?
Yeah, well, that's touchy right there.
We like to get touchy here.
I was gang banging. I was gang banging to the fullest. So I was out of town, got a phone call. Some dudes broke in my house, kicked in the door and grabbed my son, put a gun in his mouth. And at that moment, I lost my head. I just really lost it. And it still didn't get to me because I didn't change right then and there, because all I was thinking about was revenge. And after the so-called revenge, they came back and kind of like did it again, because it happened to him twice and he was like 3 years old.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and so I took that from it. And
you said we're just gonna be going back and forth. It's never gonna end.
Right.
Do you feel that you talked about the gangs, you talked about the streets, you talked about all these things. You feel like people, because they feel like they don't have a choice, like they don't have somebody to look up to. Do you think that's why young people turn to acts of violence, maybe a lack of jobs in their community, other things like that? They're just looking for an outlet in general?
Yes, ma'am. That's exactly what they're looking for, a way out. Because, I mean, after school, the summer, once you come home from school, what is it to do? You know, nothing but hang around with the kids in the neighborhood, and all of them not doing good. They don't have basketball. But when I was little, we didn't have the love that stand-up is giving the kids now. We didn't have no one to come out and try to help us get out of the bad situations that we were in. We just opened the door and we was already there. We was in it. You see it. Oh, you can sit
hit the streets.
Right. Look out the window. You see it's going on.
And all of the kids like today, I feel like you hit it on the head. Like it's nothing for them to do. It's no opportunities. They don't see no future. They don't see no way of getting out of this, except if they do something negative or violent. And so then that's when we come in and we try to change the way that they're looking at things and tell them, look, we've been there. We've been exactly where you are.
Right.
And we changed. And look at what we do. Well, this is how we see things now, you know? And so
been there, done that. It
It's easier
doesn't
for
work.
us to help them, and it's easier for them to look at us and be like, okay, I'll listen to him, you know, because I know he know what I'm going through. And so that's how we get at them, because we know that they feel like it ain't no hope and it ain't no future, you know?
But there really is. I mean, you guys are proof of that. I told Jen, I said, we had this long conversation. I said, well, I come from nothing myself, you know, and I think that when you have someone that you can believe in or that believes in you, that's even more important. And that was my family. They really believed in me. They really believed if you educate yourself, if you work really hard, you can get ahead. That is true. It's not always true. You need help. You need an opportunity. I always say I don't want anything given to me but opportunity. And I think that's what Stand Up SA offers, is an opportunity for a different way of thinking, a different life. How do I get involved? I'm a parent listening. I'm somebody in the community that doesn't even know, lives in a nice neighborhood, but I want to help my entire city. This is about our city. This isn't just about one neighborhood. This is about our
everybody.
city.
We do mediations and we help people all over.
If I want to be a mentor, what do I need to do?
What you do, you could call us. I mean, we got a hotline. It's 210-247-8699. That's our hotline that you could reach us at. But you could also go to standupsa210@gmail.com.
That's pretty easy to remember.
Right?
That's pretty easy to remember.
And you can get in contact with us. We also mentor kids. So if you have a problem, anybody in the community have a problem, if they don't have a man in the house or a strong figure that
or
you just need somebody just to talk to the young man, and we'll come through, and that's what we do.
Do you run into more young men? You guys mentioned that. You mentioned the fatherless situation. I've been talking about this for so long. I feel like in the Latino and the African American communities, it's just so prevalent. You see so many people growing up without fathers. I couldn't pick my father out of a lineup of two men. Right. What are we going to do to stop this? How are we going to get men involved in their children's lives?
Well, Dana, see there.
That's something like that's actually we work on that. We're working on that because you're gonna see all the negative things. You're gonna very seldom see the positive things that we do. We are actually working with kids as well to stop the bullying, because bullying turns into gangbangers. And
make you angry.
It starts in elementary school, and some nowadays they don't have fathers in the home, and their grandmoms are 35 now. So it's you don't have praying grandmothers like we had when we was growing up. That's why me and Streets is here today, because back then we had praying grandmas. You had people at home praying for you. You had
my nana
neighbors.
raised me. I'm telling you, I know what you're talking about. Yes.
You have your neighbors raising you. Your neighbors. The street lights come on. Hey, you go on home back home. I'm gonna call your mama and tell her.
I'm gonna call. Yes.
Now it's like you don't have that anymore. You have parents taking up for their kids when their kids doing wrong, which is not right. Because parents gonna think that regardless of what their kids do, in their eyes they're right. So they not disciplining them like our moms or dads used to do us. So we have to look out for each other now.
These kids need to learn consequence. There is a consequence for every action. There's a reaction.
See, we
and not having a father in the home is bigger than just they not being there. It's things that lead up to them not being in the home. Like it ain't. I know good fathers that want to be there for their kids. I know good fathers, but it's stuff that's set up to where they can't be there. For one reason or another. So we got to look at the whole situation as far as that in our community.
Right.
Because this don't happen in every community.
It doesn't.
This happens in our community.
That's right.
So I mean,
and we need to own that.
It's
we need
bigger
to own
than
that.
Exactly. It's bigger than just it's bigger than that.
I always say to men who don't want to be a part or find an excuse to not be a part, I'm like, the one thing that a woman can give you, the greatest gift of all, is a child. It's the most pure thing. Don't feel that it's a negative thing. I realize sometimes it happens too early, but it is the greatest gift that a woman can give you. So embrace it, and you don't have to be together to be good parents either.
And so I don't know if you heard about the 90 Days of Peace that we're doing.
No, when, how? What do I do?
It's the 90 Days of Peace challenge, and what we doing, we challenging our community, we challenging the city to have peace for 90 days in our community. And it's the first 30 days is like to love yourself. The next 30 days, which would be the 60 day, we're gonna have a talent show.
Oh, I love that.
And it's love your family. That's gonna be the next 30 days. You love your family. And then the last 30 days, which would be the 90 days, would be love your community, right? And so then we have a big old bash at the end of that. Have a big.
What are the dates?
Party.
I mean, can I go on the website and?
Sure. Well, actually today we're having a basketball tournament, so it'd be good for everyone to come out today at Lockwood Park, off of 801 North Olive from 5 to 8.
Okay.
We're having the theme is love yourself. Happiness means love yourself and being less concerned with the approval of others. We're trying to teach them how not to be followed.
Oh my God! And with social media, that's so hard.
Yeah, very.
It's
very
so hard. You want to live up to
Yeah.
these standards that are unreal. It's about loving yourself, accepting yourself.
Right.
So basketball tournament today.
we're having a
Yeah,
basketball
today.
tournament Friday.
Everybody, there's nothing to do now that we just told you. There's something to do.
Exactly. Come
So get on out to the
at
basketball
Lockwood.
tournament.
And then we're gonna Friday, July the 14th, we're gonna have a talent show, and then August the 11th, we're gonna have the big celebration event.
What time's the talent show on Friday? I think I saw that on the.
It's from Friday 8. It'll be held at Wheatley Middle School. That's
Okay.
415 Gabriel Street. And
5 to 8.
the
5 to
theme
8,
is
okay.
love your family.
Okay.
And it's not what we have in life, but who we have in our life that matters.
That's right.
And so we want you to bring your family out to the talent show, so we can
Gonna have food, free food, water.
Free food. I'm there.
all our events.
Water and free food.
Water.
Right. All our events.
That's
we
all
have
I
free
drink.
food.
People laugh, but I'm like, I don't like soda and all that. That's another show, though.
City don't let us get soda.
Yeah, no sodas. We're doing water
Yeah.
here. Stand up essay, okay, people? Good for the body, good for the mind. And then, so you have another event in August?
Yes.
To wrap things up,
Actually, to
kinda?
wrap it up, we're gonna have
Yes.
a celebration August the 11th.
Okay.
But what our big thing is, we're gonna do a theme song for stand up. So we're looking for a theme song, and we want to do a citywide competition
Oh my gosh,
to
that'd be
find
so good.
to find a theme song for stand up essay. But it gotta be clean, right? Got to be a clean song. It can't be.
That's not hard. I met, y'all know who Country Wayne is? He's a comedian.
Yeah.
He was there yesterday. All his stand-up is clean. Kids can come. I'm like, it's not that hard. We get on the morning show every morning and don't
Yeah.
curse. And we're entertaining. Best morning show in the world.
That's one show.
So, I'm just telling you, it's not that difficult to be funny and be clean. So you can
Okay,
do
let
this.
me go ahead. Okay, so what we want to, you can send your MP3s to standupessay210@gmail.com. That's standupessay210@gmail.com.
Send those MP3s. All these artists
No
always
later
saying,
than-
I
They
need an
must be
outlet. I need
clean.
something. Get it together.
They must say, the song must say something about stand up. It must be clean. It must be on a positive note.
No longer than 3 minutes,
Yeah.
and it must be submitted before July 7th.
Yeah.
Y'all better hurry.
So please get on it. You want
Yeah.
the winner? We're gonna have San Antonio knows we have our own DJ Tiz. He's gonna be doing free videos. We're gonna have your music playing on 98.5 The Beat. Y'all
Theme
come
song.
out, send your music in. Just represent stand up, represent your community. It's the best way to do it. Positivity. That way that you'll have we want to get everybody off them corners from them street stores. We want to get everybody involved in the summer programs that we got going on. We have 2 more months. We have 3 more events. Please, community, come out. Come out to your community events. Show your
We need it. We
parents.
need it. Don't complain about things. Get involved. I always say that. This is a great example of the city, the government, getting involved with their community and how we can hold hands and partner together to make things better. This is a great example of what many people say they want. Now let's support this. Let's get involved as a community. I don't care what side of town you live on. I don't care what color your skin is. This is a city. We got to partner with one another to make the city safer and do right by these kids because they're going to be taking care of us. Please get involved.
Exactly. Kids are our future, and that's what we do it for.
Stand up essay. Y'all make some noise. Yes!
Yeah.